Are we in the subway of Manhattan? Nope. Where are we? We're in the Golan Heights. We'll begin in just a moment. So we're starting our program from the Golan Heights. We came here out of the air-conditioned studio, out of the air-conditioned car, and this not-so-air-conditioned Jeep, and we're touring the Golan Heights. As we begin our Golan Heights Jeep trip, we wonder who prepared these wonderful 4x4 tracks. Turns out that it's the cows we have to thank.
People that raise cattle, that's grazing all over. We're going to see it later on. The cows, they open the trail, and we with the Jeep are glad to follow the trail that they open.
Touring the Golan is always fun, so why not just get out of the car and start walking? As we hear from our driver and as we feel throughout our bumpy ride, the Jeep has its advantages.
First of all, you're getting less tired. Second, the Jeep, it's exclusive too. It's lovely. You can see what the Jeep can do.
To be a Jeep driver in the Golan, it's not enough to maneuver with style while being quick and sleek, shifting the gears. You gotta know your land and know it well.
On the left side of the Jeep, you can see a wonderful proof that once upon a time, our whole planet was underwater. On the right side, we can see the volcanic stones and ashes, what's left from the eruption on the Golan Heights. We can compare the Golan Heights as a cheesecake covered with chocolate. The volcanic ashes and stone is only on the surface. That's it. Under, you can see the chalk soil.
The lousy winter that Israel had in terms of rain is felt here as well. Not lots of water in sight, but when we do reach what is left of a running stream, it's time to show off the capabilities of the Jeep.
We're going to have a nice experience with the Jeep to cross this river. There's no water in now because we have a bad winter this year.
On the way, we say hi to a Golan turtle. Our Jeep trip stopped here at the Ophir viewpoint. It's hard to not talk a bit politics when you get to a place like this. The strategic value of this area is evident. Look what you can see from here. Look how, first of all, it's an amazing view, but also look at the strategic value of the Golan Heights. There's not a lot to say. Take a look. After our Jeep adventure, it's time to wine and dine. So we'll get to the dining later, but now it's time for wine. We're at the Ramat Golan, the Golan Heights Winery. In the Golan Heights, there is not only water flowing, but also wine. Good wine. We visit the Golan Heights Winery and learn about the secret of the success of the northern wines.
All our grapes come from the Golan and from the wine vineyard in remote Naphtali in the Galilee. The location of the crops has a significant effect on the quality of the wine. The Golan fields are superb for this, and we make sure to take grapes only from the northern vineyards.
The wine is kept in oak barrels, and from the barrels it continues to the bottles. Some of the brands are produced only once every few years.
Yarden Katzrin Red is produced on very special years, only when there are especially good grape harvests, not every year, only when the vinter decides that it's good enough. It's a Bordeaux blend from various types of grapes. It's an especially high quality wine, It's sold throughout the world, but there's only a limited number of bottles produced because we only sell the best of the best. Regarding the price, it's obviously relatively expensive. This is the flagship brand of the Golan Heights Winery.
When you come to the winery's visitor center, you can taste a few wines, but be careful, not too much. You might have seen one of the Golan Heights Winery's wines at your local supermarket, as the Golan wines are acknowledged not only in Israel.
The Golan Heights wines won prizes in many places worldwide: Bordeaux, England, the US. The wines are internationally recognized. We are the biggest wine exporter in Israel. We export to the US, Europe, and the Far East.
We're going to end today's visit to the Golan Heights at this restaurant, this special restaurant. What's unique about this restaurant is that it was uprooted from Gush Katif, from Kfar Darom. There is a community in the Golan Heights of a group of families that were expelled from Gush Katif, and they lived here. They came to here, and one of the families founded this restaurant so people could come here to the Golan Heights tour and feel some of the spirit of Gush Katif. So that's all from the Golan Heights. We'll be back in the studio right after this.
Please send your comments, ideas, and questions to the Israeli Salad email, yoni@israelnn.com, or leave a message on the Israeli Salad voicemail at international dialing code 972-3918-5554. That's 972-3918-5554.
Welcome back. Before we continue, I'd like to invite you all to be my friends, my Facebook friends. We're looking forward to spreading our message through the social network as well as our regular site, and so join me there and help us spread the Jewish video revolution. So simply surf to facebook.com and search yours truly, Yoni Kempinski. That's YONI-KEMPINSKI. And another request, anyone who has any interesting videos regarding things going on in Jewish communities around the world, contact us and we'd love to present the footage and report the events. Okay, before we take you to the Acharit HaYamim Festival, let's visit a new museum in Jerusalem. These days we're marking the 3rd anniversary of the Gush Katif eviction, the right time to inaugurate the Gush Katif Museum. The Jerusalem cultural landscape has been enhanced with a new addition, the Gush Katif Museum. The museum, located not far from the Machane Yehuda open market in downtown Jerusalem, seeks to eternalize the memory of Gush Katif.
This museum is all by donations, and its purpose is to show the way that Gush Katif was, the spirit of Gush Katif, all the things that were very special in Gush Katif. Jerusalem is the center of the Israeli country, Israeli people. And we wanted it to be in the place where it's the capital of Israel.
The location is small and modest, but the founders hope that thousands will visit the place and get familiar with the demolished communities and the legacy of Gush Katif.
A small place could be an obstacle, but it also could be something that gives us the intimacy. We built here a very intimate museum, which has a very specific aim and goals. So we choose really very, very carefully the pictures, the works that shows our goal.
The museum features videos, photos, artwork, and information on many aspects of Gush Katif, including its rich Jewish history going back 3,000 years, the return of Jewish life in 1970s, and its growth into a block of thriving communities, its worldwide agricultural economy, its rich educational and Torah networks, and more.
This picture especially of Brian and Sami Hilberg that lost their son Yochanan in Ason HaShayetet really shows their condition. the sadness, the feeling of disappointment from the country, from what the country did to them.
The lighting is purposely grim, black and white. It gives a feeling of alienation. I wanted to represent all the promises that weren't kept by the government.
Acharit Hayamim means the end of times. Sounds creepy. Well, in Judaism, the end of times refers to the age of redemption and salvation. Now, as the 3 weeks when we refrain from live music and celebrations is now over, it's time for festivals with lots of great music. We're now off to the Acharit Hayamim festival. Already by the afternoon, many have arrived at the old Masuot Yitzchak area in Gush Etzion. Welcome to the Acharit Hayamim festival.
Meaning, what's the meaning of the Jewish heart? This is the meaning of the Jewish heart. Music, soul, togetherness in Jerusalem, in Eretz Israel. You see all the people coming together, just wanting to be together, make music.
Eight years ago, the festival began as a tribute to Emil Leuchter, an American-born musician who moved to Israel and played music with Reb Shlomo Karlibach and many associated bands. When Emil passed away, his family held a jam session in his memory. Today, the jam session is a full-blown festival, a unique spiritual gathering of renowned musicians and artists from all Jewish sectors in Israel and abroad. The production company, or let us say the production family, is the Leuchters.
My father was a musician. He passed away like 15 years ago. It started off in our backyard before he passed away, and then every year it grew and grew and grew and became a festival. Today, basically, it's what started back then. The people came with a couple guitars and drums, and every year it just grew and grew, and now it's a big festival of people coming together. Sinai Tor, Aaron Razel, lot of good Jewish reggae bands, soul, and good meditation. Yeah.
And it's not just music. There are food stands with homemade delights, activities for the little ones, and tents with pillows and mattresses. The green trend is here as well. The whole complex is environment friendly, and there is even a tent set up for Torah learning and prayers. The sound and balance is ready for a long day of non-stop music from evening till well past midnight. The sun sets and the area is lit up with the power of Jewish music.
I was born in Israel, but I've been away for too long, and I just came back here. And it's wonderful to be here. This is so beautiful here that I'm almost speechless.
Jewish music is going back Beit HaMikdash and Tehillim and things like that. But, you know, the essence, it's come through different things. So now you get reggae music, rap, rock and roll, all the different things like that. At the end of the day, it's just like, it's the different irradiations of the Shekinah really drawing the soul of the land back together in this time. And it's have its effect in the rest of the world. But really you have to be here to understand what's going on here. It's not a show. This is life. This is people. This is family, man.
Well, the music has been so sweet, and it's so beautiful to sing here. To stand and sing and celebrate, that it's delightful. You know, what a nice, I can't think of a better way to spend the day.
It's beautiful music, and you become proud of this beautiful music and get influences from all around the world. The Jews coming from all around the world to Israel now, producing this beautiful music with every kind of influence, so we can all enjoy it. So the future is that it expands the heart of everyone else, and everyone else gets involved and starts to enjoy it all the more so.
When I first came here to Israel 4 years ago, You know, some of the guys at Arutz Sheva said, why don't you go to a festival? Go to the Aharit Hayamim festival. And I did, and there are all these musicians, definitely not the kind of thing we have in America. Definitely this thing doesn't exist in other countries.
The music is as diverse and colorful as the crowd. We meet here residents of the hilltop communities of Judea and Samaria, enjoying the music with non-observant Israelis, many who have recently returned from their after-army tour to India and Thailand. The diversity on stage is divided into two. There is the main stage for the famous musicians, and a more intimate stage for the artists who are new in the Jewish music scene.
Music from the heart, try to lift people up, get people dancing, a little bit of simcha, try to give over a good message about seeing life positively. And the band is called Optimistical, which is a little bit on the play of optimism, always seeing things in a good light, and also seeing the deeper side of things of life. And the music kind of portrays that. Kind of brought like Jewish rock a little bit with it, a little bit of pop, jazz. You know, the styles doesn't matter. It's really just what's coming out. It's just good to be here with such good people and good energy, and Am Yisrael Chai, right?
So we hope you enjoy the music, but next time be there or be square. We'll meet at Acharit Hayamim, or at the end of times.
כל הגורים ובחרית הימים נכון יעבד השלום שערים וניסה מבעוד למועלה כל הגורים ובחרית הימים נכון יעבד השלום שערים וניסה
Okay, that's all for this week. Join us again next week for another Israeli Salad. Until next time, shalom from all of us here at Arutz Sheva, INN TV. And remember, Yoni Kempinski, that's me, is waiting for you on Facebook.